Mhm. We shall overcome. We shall overcome some day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome. Not as long as these people, I'm sorry to say, that as long as there are bigots in this world, we ain't overcoming shit. In some ways, it looks like some things haven't changed in this country at all. When you have people who are running for the president of the United States, only a week from the damn election, will come out with these racist rants and send some fool up to make disparaging racist jokes about the people they expect to pay for. Well, actually, they don't expect those people to vote for them. Correct. What they expect is to excite their base. They don't need to be excited, Trump. They know you are a bigot. They know everybody on your ticket is a bigot. Correct. They already know that. So who in the hell are you exciting? You're supposed to be bringing people into the fold. You're supposed to be romancing minorities because minorities are the majority. Correct? It depends on how you're defining human beings. You seem to think of them as nothing but black. They're black, they're white, or they're Mexican, or they're Chinese. That's it. In your mind, Donald Trump. But the reality is, wait a minute, even among the white people, they are still, even among the white people, they are still immigrants. They are still minorities. Italians are minorities. Anybody who's been mistreated can relate to what you're doing from those podiums, those stages. You knew there are thousands and thousands of comedians in this country. You pick the one that's most likely to give the most racist comments and choose him to open up your rally at Madison Square Garden. Am I right or am I wrong? Right? That was not a surprise to him. There's no way they're going to put the person open up the goddamn thing in front of all those damn people at Madison Square Garden in New York City, who, frankly, I'm surprised they could fill it up because most of the people in New York City don't like your ass. You never win there, correct? But whatever, we don't know what the trickeration is. You chose to bring your stinking fat orange ass onto Madison Square Garden with your, they're not even talking about what you said because you ain't saying nothing. Same old bullshit, right? So they're all talking about this racist you put up in front. Now, I say this racist because there's clip after clip after clip showing this boy, Tony, the killer Tony, or whatever the fuck his name is. They're showing him with all of his racist goddamn rants, right? He calls them routines. He calls himself a comedian. I'm kind of say, well, goddamn, shouldn't something be funny? If you're a comedian, you make your living as a comedian, shouldn't you be saying funny things? No, you want to use that opportunity to set the tone. You set the tone for your whole goddamn rally, right, Donald Trump? That way you ain't got to say it. You let some idiot come up there and say it for you. Now he's getting what he wants out of it because the whole goddamn country is saying his name. Correct? I ain't never heard no goddamn, what's his name, Killer Baloney or some shit. I never even heard of him. So now we heard of him, correct? I guess that's what he gets out of it, right? Because these people don't care. They're real hardened racists. How could this fool come up here and say those things about Puerto Rican people in New York City? Have y'all been to New York City? The first thing you're going to notice, there are a lot of Puerto Ricans here. Because there are. Just like in California, there are a lot of Mexican people here, right? We're closer to this border. They're closer to that border, right? You come to San Francisco, wow, there are a lot of Asian people here, right? Donald Trump. So you want to come over here and insult Puerto Rican people? The fool, he don't give a fuck because he's a real racist. All the people who watch him is white. But I choose to believe that not all white people are bad people. And I believe we will overcome as long as we have good people leading us. Good people, honey, moving the needle towards equality. Hey, people, how y'all doing? Yes, the whole town is alive with the sound of this bullshit that happened on Sunday. I'm Mocha Drop. God before everything. Tracy's World. Oh, there's St. James. Sang. You know, I called my baby on a Saturday night. I sing a message, come and get at it twice. And if you want to believe in equality, then to stop kick you wrong or you're right. You're still my baby. It don't matter if you're black or white. I'm trying to make sense out of it, people. Why would this dude go over there and insult some people, especially in New York City, where there's so many Puerto Rican people in New York City, correct? I guess he figured, well, we never win here anyway. So what is the point then, Donald Trump? What is the point? You've been trying to win over the minds of New Yorkers for your entire life. You brought your stinking ass out of New Jersey, right? You were the poor billionaires. You're right. Your daddy was rich, but you were still on the lower echelon. You were from Jersey. So you wanted to get your ass over in New York City and earn the respect of New York City developers for your entire life. You've never been able to do it when you ran for president because there are concentrations of minorities in these big cities. You lost. I don't know why you brought your ass back over there again and think you're going to get away with insulting Puerto Rican people. Newsflash, Puerto Rico is part of America, correct? So when you open your nasty ass, filthy ass, piggish ass mouth, right, about these Puerto Rican people, you're talking about Americans. Just like when you talk shit about black people, you're talking about Americans and Chinese people and all the people who are not pink, right? They're all Americans, Trump. You never can seem to get that. You want to stick to divide and conquer. That's your thinking because you won in 2016. In 2016, the people were so stupid. They didn't even realize that it made no sense to put a reality star up for president of the United States. It made no goddamn sense. And you went there and you lied and you used bigotry and separated and you cultivated this audience of bigoted white people, correct? And you say, well, as long as I can keep them interested, I'll win. Well, that's what you thought then, Donald Trump. But unfortunately for you, America is not just all white people. And they're not just orange men, correct? You done insulted the whole you done insulted all women, correct? The women have been through some stuff, women stuff, right? And they know they found themselves in situations and they're realizing that you mean to tell me my granddaughter is not going to have the same option? Essentially, she's going to become a mother 19, 20 years old, and that's going to be the end of it. That's her role, her job. You don't take them seriously. You disrespected women. Correct, Donald Trump? Because in your mind, that you don't even see it as being a white man supposed to run everything. You see it as you are supposed to run everything. That's why you study people like Hitler. You study people like Che. You study people like all the dictators that exist on this planet. You study these people. You find them fascinating. When you go lay your fat, funky ass in your bed at night, you got a goddamn biography of Adolf Hitler by your bed. And you think that's supposed to be you, right? Power hungry. What you need to be doing is getting this dream team of yours together to keep your ass out of prison. Because that's where you're going and that's where you belong. Correct? You call it all black people, they are relate to me because they criminals too. They are criminals. Except they have done their time. They have done. We have went to prison for real. Why can't your ass go to prison? If you got 34 felonies, why aren't you in prison? Correct? Delay, delay, delay. Oh, it's too close. It's too close. Oh, why is it too close, Donald Trump? You committed these crimes goddamn 8-9 years ago. Why is it too close? Because delay, 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 right? You're smarter than everybody, Donald Trump. Correct? But what's going to happen is you're going to lose this race. We're going to finally figure out that he's telling the truth. He really did pay those polls. He was never neck and neck with her. It was never a tied race, right? Donald Trump paid for all that, like he admitted on Joe Rogan's show a couple of days ago, right? You said you paid $500,000 to each one of these posters, right? Does that include ABC, NBC, CNN? Which polls did you pay off, Donald Trump? Tell us. It's all about cheating with you. Except when you come to the stage, you're constantly calling everyone else cheaters, right? That's your whole sermon. They all cheating. It's going to be cheating. It's before they've even voted. How do you know they're going to cheat? How did you know that? How did you predict that before you the last time when you lost, right? They're all liars. She don't lie. She never worked at McDonald's. She never worked. Really, Trump? For you who lies thousands and thousands of times, who can't even be taken seriously because all you do is lie? You can't even make an intelligent conversation and on the goddamn news program. You got to always switch to insults and being stupid and saying silly ass shit to get a rise out of people. So I don't know what the triggeration was of you having this food up here. Insult the Puerto Rican people, which is essentially insulting all minorities. Basically, he's just saying how they really feel about all of us, right? It's still a race game to him. This is what Donald Trump identified when he first came down his golden elevator, whatever the fuck it was, escalator. This is a winning subject, correct? You've been talking shit and riding on the back of all minorities ever since then. And he's not going to stop with Mexican people. That's not going to be enough. He's already on Venezuelan people, and he even people from the Congo. How many? How old am I? I'm in 60-some years old, and I ain't never met anybody from the Congo yet. But he said they're just pouring in. They're pouring in by the thousands. They open up all the mental institutions, open up all the doors, and they all send them to America because we are the shithole of America. I thought you said everybody else was the shithole, Donald Trump. So we're the garbage can. So is America also a shithole country because they have people here that are not pink? How y'all doing? Y'all see that shit? He's supposed to come up there. The boy's supposed to be some kind of fucking comedian. I ain't never heard of him, child. But just to come up and say that kind of shit in front of people, girl, it's just so disrespectful. They do not respect other people. They're just racist. That's all they are, honey. And when he spoke for that whole crowd because I didn't hear a lot of boos. I heard a lot of goddamn cheering from that crowd. Correct? I got news for you, Trump. They still ain't going to vote for you. They didn't vote for you in real estate. They didn't vote for you and you ran the first time, and they ain't going to vote for you now. Right? There's too many different kinds of people in these cities. Every damn big city, honey. Only time you can cultivate people is when you out in the goddamn country somewhere where they ain't never even seen a black person. Hi, Prima Wanda. Prima Wanda, I am Mrs. Reeks. Kata. Is it pronounced Kata 75? He said, Timothy, you should have got it by now. JJ, what's going on, people? Every day with this Donald Trump bullshit, but no, we're not going to ignore it. It involves us as well. This is our country. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream Island, this land was made for you and me. They can't stand it. Miserable motherfuckers, honey. They don't want it ever. They don't want ever this. They don't want. Donald Trump said he want to go back to 1875. Isn't that during the time of slavery? Make America white again. It's impossible to do, Donald Trump. Not your planet. It belongs to God. He He told all them old crippled people in the goddamn old folks home that this is the last time they're gonna have to vote. We got it all fixed up. You got it all fixed up, Hunter Trump. In your deranged, delusional mind, you probably believe that you could be elected president and never leave. Right? Why would you tell them they never have to vote again? Because it's only about you. You don't give a damn about who else is the president. Or are you actually saying that you have so much power that now you're going to make yourself a dictator here in America? That's all you're studying is the dictators. I never say hear you say shit about our allies. Shouldn't you be talking more about our allies, the people who we fight and die for? Right? It seems to me that you're always on the opposite side. Every time? How could you always be on the opposite side, Donald Trump, from our allies and our enemies, traditional enemies of America, enemies of democracy? Right? They're not even saying nothing about what he said during the damn rally. It's supposed to be his rally. I saw Dr. Phil brought his bald head ass up there. I didn't even know. See, people, I'd much rather believe that you're decent people. Right? I don't want to go through my life hating white people, suspecting them, everybody looking at each other all stupid now. Do they really hate me? How do you really feel? And I really choose to believe that most people are decent people. I'm not saying they're good or bad. I'm saying you're decent. You'll do the right things. Correct? Why would you go up there and insult those damn people? They have done absolutely nothing but serve your punk ass, right? Isn't that what the working class people do? Aren't we serving your punk ass? How many Mexican people were you walking past Donald Trump in all these years in the hotel business and the apartment building business, right? Who was doing all the maintenance? Who built the motherfuckers, right? When do you decide, oh, it's better to throw them under the bus? And the white ones haven't figured out yet, honey, you are also included in that number. Donald Trump considers you white trash. He don't even understand people. You don't have no millions? Right? It's got to be bad genes. You're traitor trash. That's how they talk. Except when he's going to run for president. That's his audience. We already know Elon Musk, he up in so much trickeration. That dude is not throwing no hundreds of millions of dollars behind this fool for no reason, because he thinks Donald Trump is so wonderful and smart and going to change the world. Like bullshit, child. Elon Musk is no fool. That's why he's the richest man on the goddamn planet. Correct? And he's choosing to back Donald Trump to the tune of multi-millions of dollars. They said they're going to get money out of politics. Really? You're doing a great job. They just find a do around, right? They got PACs. You can give him many hundreds of millions if you want over there. Anyway, from within. Rhetoric and medicine. Did he go? I didn't even go that far. They say he was on there for 6 hours. That thing was open for 6 hours, child. He kept repeating enemy from within rhetoric at Madison Square. Donald Trump is not a smart person, right? As soon as he says something on the television stations, he tends to just stick to it and repeat it over and over. He's very Jay Wilson-ish. He just repeats the same thing over and over and over and over again. So at one point, that popped out of his mind. He can't let it go. So now that becomes his slogan, right? Every time somebody insults his punk ass, he goes out and makes a mug about it, or a T-shirt about it, or a pen about it, and everything's for sale. Correct? He don't really have no beliefs. He has beliefs in Donald Trump. I don't know what that motherfucking Fred Trump was doing to that boy. How can you raise such an animal as this? Was he beating him in the head with bricks? That they cannot accept failure? You are a failure, Donald Trump. How do you think Joe Biden is the president? Ain't that, baby, every time he insults the Latinos, the blacks, the Jews, the Arab, they're insult. It applies just like we were all one. Just think of all minorities are all one. We are inferior. We don't belong here, and they need to get rid of us. I wonder what would happen to America if all the minorities left. correct? But when you are a bigot and a racist, child, that's the way you think, correct? Hate everybody, everybody. Now, you done said all this shit about the Puerto Rican people, and we know what the population in New York City is of Puerto Rican people. They're well over 1 million people, Puerto Rican people in New York City. So what are they doing now? Are they looking at white people differently? Are they suspecting them? Who was at that rally? Who were those people clapping and laughing? Right? Just to sow discord. And you'll set your stupid ass up in your high rise. And look at them down there. They're fighting like you said the same thing you did at the White House. Look at them. They're hanging the vice president. So what it got to do with me? Mm-hmm. They are ignorant. How the hell did they fill up damn Madison Square Garden? I guess there are, I mean, they say something like 36 million people are in New York City on any given day. So I guess if you pull them out from all of the small towns that everybody comes to New York, then he would find that many Republicans. I don't know why any Democrats would be going to a Trump rally. That boy set the tone. They knew exactly what he was going to say. There's no way they would have put him up there, especially opening up the goddamn thing, setting the tone, honey. Setting the tone. They would put him up there knowing what his comedy is. They said he's popular on social media. I ain't never heard of him. But everybody heard of him now. The killer. I hate that such people exist in the world, right? If you look at too many of those people, you're going to start getting resentments. But remember, the Democratic Party is not just black people, honey, right? It's all kind. We have good people on this side as well. Hi, Nikki B. What you doing? I need a good song, Nikki B. You got any suggestion? Isn't Trump first generation? His wife barely speaks English. I'm not gonna make fun of the people's language, but she barely speaks English. Right? So how are you opposed to all minorities except for your wife and your wife before that and your children and your grandchildren? What are they, one generation? Oh, them different. They different. They pink. Everybody's the enemy. He played us like a fiddle, honey. He played us like a fiddle. All of us. He pit us against each other. Keep the hatred going for another few decades. People came in from other states. They're stupid. They're stupid people. Every time you try to ask one of them a goddamn question, why are you attracted to Donald Trump? They say some stupid ass shit, girl. Oh, what he did to the economy. He was hard on Trump, didn't do shit, but get in the White House, sit his fat ass in that chair, and start taking credit for things. Anything that's supposed to be good that's going on in the world, he takes credit for it, even though he ain't had nothing to do with it, child. Trump ain't do shit, nothing. You know remember how many riots, remember Rodney King? All that occurred on his watch before COVID even started. We were all in riots in every goddamn state. You remember what went on in LA and what went on in New York City, what went on in Washington State? We were always fighting, and that's what he likes. Oh, thanks for the 5, Justin is Goonies. That's your new name. You sticking with it? Okay. Uncle Tim, I should take a bank. You should take a bank. If caught, I'll claim we're running for president in 2028. If you're running for president, you can't prosecute. Oh, you can't prosecute. I get your point, Goonies. Right. This motherfucker went over here and changed the goddamn Supreme Court. Not because he had any belief in what he was presenting or the people he chose. He chose the Supreme Court to keep his ass out of prison. It's always been about him, even to that extent. That's why he stacked the court. You think Donald Trump really gives a goddamn about who has an abortion? He don't have no, based on what? He believes in the right to life. He don't believe in shit, honey. He's not even capable of that. I'm yet to see Donald Trump have an intelligent conversation on any subject. He immediately floats off into all these goddamn insults. And I guess what he considers to be comedy. They're taking the windows out of New York City. They're going to close down the buildings. I want a light in my building. This is how you're running for president? Really? Kamala has to pedal frontwards and backwards trying to explain her policies. Correct? She's not expected to compete with him, but it's different with Donald. It's different with Donald. That's just Donald being Donald. What the fuck you mean? That's Donald being Donald. Isn't he competing for the highest office? Right? She had to explain every detail of every thought that ever crossed her mind, honey, and stick to those forever. I respect the person who has the ability to change their mind. If I am studying a subject and if I know a lot more about that subject and I've studied it more in depth, why can't I change my mind? If I am wrong, I'm going to promptly admit it. I'm wrong about that. I didn't see all sides of it. And now I do, and I change in my mind. I can respect that. To be hardened in everything you say, no matter what is said, no matter what racist statement is made. Oh, I said it and I meant it. Before I take it back, I'll add more to it. All that's an ignorant motherfucker. Stupid. Hell, y'all go, he can't be stupid. Look at all the buildings. Look at all the buildings. Well, honey, I'm sure if your mama would have gave you or your daddy would have gave you $400 million to get started, and if they had bailed you out time and time again in all of your dysfunction through your life, and they had paid people off at your school to get you into and out of college, if they had paid for people to take tests for you, right, and they had pampered your ass all through your goddamn life, people would think you're pretty smart too. Oh, look at him. Look how good he runs that ice cream stand. Well, how many hundreds of millions did you go through before you got to that one? You tried selling steaks. You even tried to sell us water. Donald Trump water. Donald Trump water. No one's ever seen water like this before. It's the first time in history. I changed my mind. Okay, the real Miss J. That's why I changed my mind to vote for Trump. Trump 24. Well, goodbye, black bitch. Get your punk ass out of here. Coon. Go talk to your children, coon. The real Miss J. You know, you're the fake, stupid bitch. You're dumb. Voting against your own goddamn people. Get your ass up out of here. And your own gender. You want him to control your pussy? Lord, have mercy. This thing's going to get more and more stressful as it gets closer. I'm still wrestling with this idea. Why is they neck and neck? Well, the polls are even. After all the shit we've been hearing about Trump all these months and all we've seen Kamala Harris for these last months, child. How in the hell can they still be at the exact same numbers? That fool came on there on that Joe Rogan show. He admitted that he'd been paying these posters. I'm curious to know which posters were you paying? Maybe they should investigate that as well, Donald Trump. You should be used to it. After all, they started investigating your ass the day after you took office. Correct? Weren't you impeached twice? Don't you have all of these goddamn cases pending? Don't you have 34 felonies? Haven't you been accused and convicted of raping people? The very thing you say you do, grabbing people by their pussy, wasn't it proven that that's exactly what you did and you owe that woman $150 million for it? How can you ignore that? Wonder why this country stays sick. Sick. Like that boy Ruth. Where do people come from? Generational curses. That's what my grandpa said. That's what my granddaddy said. My daddy said he's good enough for my daddy, he's good enough for me. spending your whole goddamn life hating people. When you show up, you building your own goddamn fortune. I wish they catch him. He understands nothing, not business, politics, economy, or trade. Failed at everything he started. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. It is the absolute truth. Failed at everything. And then he won't file bankruptcy, so he ain't got to pay none of his creditors. Ain't that a bitch? You're running up millions and millions and millions of dollars of debt in all these ventures, business ventures, one stupid venture after another. And then when the business fails, you file bankruptcy. So nobody involved in these stupid ass endeavors of yours gets paid. Really. Mm-hmm. Hi, Soul Sister Number One Show. Thanks for coming in. That thing with they're getting on him. Manrico 01. They're starting to talk. Well, who was that? Who was that guy? Midas Touch. They're starting to talk about this situation with Trump and his ear, and he's making plain that, okay, you got shot in the head with an AR-15, and all you got was a little nick on your ear. Is it even how? Where did it came in right here and went out right? All we know about that goddamn shooting, child, is Trump came off the ground holding his ear. Now they do this in Hollywood every day. You think those people are really shot in the movies? No, they have like what they call a pellet in their hand, and they just pop the pellet. That was very suspicious, the timing there, but you were willing to have that little boy killed, right, Trump? So now that guy over there in the Midas Touch, he's questioning, was that a fraud as well? Since everything you've ever been involved in was a fraud, since you're buying all these polls that keep saying that you're even, why wouldn't you lie about that as well? Didn't you get you a lot of publicity? Didn't you get a sympathy vote? Oh, look what he sacrificed. He ain't sacrificed shit, honey. When you go on enemy lines, honey, when you go there in war, in battle, you're sacrificing your life. Just standing on the stage, somebody shooting your ass, you ain't sacrificed a goddamn thing. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It got to do with the mind of the one trying to kill your ass. So yeah, we're gonna look into that some more. Whoever just said that. He destroyed many small mom and pop businesses due to non-payment. Now he got Bezos scared. Why are they letting these billionaires buy newspapers and stuff, buy media, so they can influence media that will support their businesses? It shouldn't be about business. It should be about the news, right? So now Jeff Bezos, he won't allow the Washington Post to endorse anybody, even though they've been endorsing people for decades. Destined somebody for president, right? Now he's scared because he thinks that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are going to affect his business if they're not going to win, or when they lose. That Trump is going to take out revenge. He's already said that's what he's going to do. He's going to take out revenge on the first day. He's going to be a dictator on the first day, right? It's a petty little silly ass mind of a child. The people over there that say that he speaks like a fourth grader. That's about the level. I would say fourth, fifth, sixth grade. That's about the level. And then he have all these idiots to come up behind him and explain what he really meant was what he can't talk. He's a grown ass, old ass senior citizen. He can't talk yet. Y'all sound okay. My son Bo. Okay, so you're using a man has lost his child in war for this country. President Biden. You're putting Biden's picture in the thumbnail, and your title, your name is My Son Bo. Okay, y'all town press calls Trump is going to win. Okay, we'll throw your ass in the garbage can too. Okay, you're to never appear here again. How about that? Hide user from this channel. Trolls. The trolls are active. The trolls just want to be controversial. They ain't even got enough balls to put their name on their goddamn comments. Mm. The bandage was gone in a matter of days. Now you know that anybody that old ain't healing that fast. Ooh, you said a word, tainted life. Anybody old, honey, you hold up an old person's arm, you're gonna see spots and shit, blood spot. All you do is hit them like that, child, and it turns red and everything else. But he can get shot in the head with an AR-15, and the damn bruise is gone in a couple of days, child. Yes, it bears investigation. They're gonna have to be investigating his ass years after he's gone, years after he's put in the ground, and America's gonna recognize its mistake and put in a reality TV star. Soon as you discovered that all of his stuff associated with that TV channel, but that was all lies. He wasn't no damn big. He didn't have no $11 billion. He didn't even got $1 billion. He more likely owes over $1 billion, right? He should have been eliminated right then. We can't put this person in office of the president. But no, he excited them. He went right for the juggler. He knew right how to get them excited, honey. Attack the minorities, play on our hatred, on our prejudice. Hopefully there's nothing going to break out in New York City. Hell, that city is very compact. It's Puerto Rican on one block, and then you walk over a block and a half later, and now it's Fifth Avenue. Then you walk over another half of the block, and then the Italians are that one, and they're all kind of packed in there together, honey. Right? You got this silly ass white boy come on, and then he wants to come and insult all Puerto Rican people. They don't even make it. There's trickeration in there some kind of way. I don't know how they think that works to their benefit. I don't know how the Democrats could claim anybody in there. It'd have to be something that the Republicans are up to. First of all, to even be at that arena when they know they're not going to lose, they're not going to win New York City. Those are just like California and Chicago. They're just checkoffs, honey. They're Democratic. So what's he doing there? And just like what they wanted, everybody in the goddamn entertainment, everybody in the media, everybody on YouTube, everybody in social media are talking about this fool making these off-color, racist, bigoted remarks about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is America. See, this is what I find so offensive. If Puerto Rico is part of America, when they had hurricanes, you as the president, it was your job. This is your country. Why don't you get it? Why don't you get it? This is your country. If there are problems in Puerto Rico, that means there are problems in America. Correct? That should be an assignment for you. Oh, San Francisco's a shithole. Nobody can live there. Isn't San Francisco in America? Isn't this United States? The states are united. Isn't that in the name? How in the hell are they united and you keep dividing them, Donald Trump? I'm just talking to the red. I'm just talking to the red so they can keep voting for you. Mm-hmm. You know, good damn well, you ain't got no respect for them, and you ain't got no respect for them poor white people either. I know your mentality, Donald Trump. You ain't do nothing but use them people for their votes, honey. You figure, what's the biggest number? Believe me, if black people were the majority in America, Donald Trump would have come on here defending the black people. Just about a vote. But he plays on the hatred. So we got to go through more years, more decades of this bullshit then. Is it ever going to end? He was tossing paper towels. Yeah, I guess he thought that was funny. I think that's just low intelligence. I mean, who's thinking for him? Oh, it'd be a good idea to go to a hurricane-ravaged island and throw them paper towels. Look what I'm doing. No, he was making fun of them is what he was doing. So you're telling me to go mop up the remains of my house with a paper towel? What are you saying exactly, Trump? You don't even have the ability to think. You're an idiot, correct? So we don't know who's all behind you. All we know for sure is Elon Musk is one of them. What's he in for now? 75 million initially. Don't we have laws, right? Maybe they need to start looking at these PACs then, correct? Start looking at these PACs. If somebody can only vote for a few $100s as themselves, but they can go into one of these PACs and donate $100 million to the same cause. Maybe it's time to look at that. Hey, Kevin Moore. He should move at an all-white country instead of trying to make America all white. That's a good one for you, Soul Sister Boy Show. He should move to an all-white country instead of trying to make America white again. That's a very good point. Why don't he move to Melania? Is she from somewhere? Where's she from? Move to her. Aren't those countries where she comes from mostly white people? That's why he ain't got no problem with them, right? So Trump moved to one of these countries where the majority is all white people. It's off on a little island somewhere. You can go in there and be Big Daddy, child. Y'all can sit around and tell nigger jokes, right? Puerto Rican jokes, right? Y'all can talk about Mexicans. They're all criminals. They all criminals. Yet you're the one fighting. You're not fighting. You've convicted of what is it? 34 felonies. How in the fuck are you going to accuse whole swaths of people? I mean, whole countries of people of being rapists and criminals, and you are convicted of the very thing that you say that they do. I don't get it. You're a rapist. You're a thief. You're a liar. Oh boy, are you a liar. You're a cheat, right? Back to my favorite song. You're no good. A heartbreaker. You are a liar and you cheat. I don't know why they listen to that bullshit of yours. I'm telling you as a friend, that fool ain't no good. And what we got to do is abandon him in the neighborhood. Hey! I got to think of some more lyrics. Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about poor immigrants. I'm worried about these billionaires. What can buy the president? Ain't that something? What would Elon Musk's interest be in Donald Trump? You think that man became the richest man in the world by being stupid? That should be enough to make you question it already. So you're going to have these business people, since Donald Trump has such a respect for business people, you're going to have these who he's doing favors for. You're going to have them essentially running the world. Ooh. Maybe I got to get that in my book. I'm in chapter 4 of my new novel. It's a political novel. I guess I'm being influenced by what's going on around me. But there are powers that be, and these are supernatural powers. I wonder if I can put that in there. How the business people, the billionaires, and he is the biggest billionaire of all, are going to be running America behind the scenes. And they'll just pick their stooge, whoever they want to put in office. Ooh. Love the remix. Mm-hmm. I do them off the top of my head. I should sit down and write me some songs, honey. It's been giving drugs. It's been giving drugs. Somebody accused Trump of when he was doing that damn reality show that he was on Adderall or something. He would come in so fired up, ready to go. Right? They have not investigated him nearly enough. Not nearly enough. All the shit. That is the most immoral person who I've ever seen up close. Because nobody else is like that has gotten all the way to the presidency. Donald Trump, he's realizing his dream right now. He's got a whole country talking his name. His name is very important to him, right? First thing he does when he goes to other countries. Oh, where can I build a building and put my name? But we found out later that he ain't building shit. He's supposed to be a builder. Why don't you want to build anything? You want to build? I want to build that wall. I want to build that great big beautiful wall and keep them all out. Keep them all out. Right. So then get your ass out there and pick some oranges for us, then, Donald Trump. And you can come over here and clean my floors and my toilets, Donald Trump. Right. Right. I'm just saying. You want to get everybody to leave? Let me see what y'all think. His producers done put him on blast forever. They said he would get. I don't think they're stupid. That dude being that dude coming to making those racist comments and so forth right at the beginning of the rally, setting the tone for that whole rally. I don't think it's an accident. I can't figure out how they would benefit from something like that. But there's trickery in everything that Trump people do. Everything. And that bald-headed one, I can't stand him. That's a hardened racist and a piece of shit, right? With a horrible personality. What's his name? The bald-headed one. He got him back. Nobody wants his name on anything. Well, they tried to. I guess they took it off, according to the New Yorkers. They said he had been forced to take his name off of them buildings. You don't own it, don't put your name on it, right? He's been selling his name on everything, and now it's just. I mean, to go from skyscrapers to tennis shoes, really, Trump. Just the amount of money that Kamala Harris has raised and spent. There should be some fluctuating in these polls. I mean, a point. God damn, I'm spending twice as much money, going to twice as many places, girl, making twice as much sense, and nothing changes. What's the trickery there? I don't trust none of these politician people, particularly on the Republican side. And then from Fox people, they just go on like nothing has happened at all. Everything's a spin. That ain't nothing but the spin room, honey. Let's turn this into something that makes sense. Good luck. The ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. What you say about the ghetto? To deport half the farm workers. He gonna deport all the people. God have mercy. He don't even want people to make $14 an hour, right? He take his fat ass over there talking about how to rent in New York City, something like $4,000 a month for a studio, for a room, $4,000 a month, and then you have no interest in the people making a livable wage. How in the hell are they gonna make a livable wage if the federal minimum wage is something like $7.50 an hour? How would you do that, Trump? You want them to work around the clock, and then you want to insult them and throw them out the country. But throwing the Puerto Rican people wouldn't accomplish much because they're in the country. The whole place. It's America. Stupid ass. Should be one of the richest islands in the world. Why? Because it's in America. We keep bragging about how wonderful we are. No, excuse me. Donald Trump has even changed that. We can't be a city that sits on a hill, honey. Bring me your hungry, you're downtrodden. None of that. He ignores the Statue of Liberty, right? He wanted to get rid of him, like his comedian says. No, go away, no way. Everybody go away, no, get out of here. Right. So are your executives going to get out there and plow them fields, Donald Trump? And I'm not saying by any means that this is what minorities should be doing. I'm just saying this is what minorities oftentimes are doing, especially when they're fresh immigrants. When they come here hungry because they want to stay and they want to prove themselves. And they let you people like Donald Trump take advantage of them and pay them less money, but for more work. Correct? They want them to work more, get paid less, then to get insulted by the president and run out of the country. If they require splitting up their family, that's fine, because your family doesn't count. Because he doesn't have the capacity. When you are a sociopath, you don't even have the capacity to understand the plight of other people, even people from other countries. Those are still human beings. They're people. And you come here, how about you a Christian? I'm a Christian. He became a Christian the day he put his home. I'm a Christian. And they fall right in with him. I believe in Trump because I'm a Christian. What the fuck has Christianity got to do with Donald Trump? Donald Trump, who worships himself. Lord have mercy. You better off praising Baal. Uncle Tim, did you hear William peeing outside his car twice last night during his YouTube live? He was peeing outside in public. Oh, well, that obviously that means that he can't go inside anywhere. I'm convinced Goonies is Justin is Goonies. That William McRae, unfortunately, is suffering through homelessness. That's why he's on every day now. Have you noticed? Now, since we've known of him, must have been 20 years. He's never been on every day, but now he's on every day. He's belligerent and demanding people give him hundreds of dollars, correct? Because essentially, William McRae is homeless. That's why every video is in his car. There's no reason to record in your car if your car is not running, you're not going anywhere. It's not like some people say, well, I'm talking too much, I need to pull over and talk. No, he's not going anywhere. He's starting his videos in his car, correct? Because he has nowhere else to go. There's a good chance that he's already burnt out those extended stays where he lives. I'm sure his credit is horrendous, right? They have agencies where they can say, well, he ripped us off, and they can call and check on a person. I don't know if hotels have that or not. I know department stores have that. William McRae came on a couple. Did y'all see that wig? Okay, I'm inviting you. Go and see William McRae's video on yesterday. This boy has got a platinum wig with bangs, curls on the side, curl. He's got Louis Vuitton blouse buttoned up to his top with a Louis Vuitton scarf wrapped around. Whatever money William McRae raised, he went and he bought new clothes and new wigs, right? He is stuck. He is trying to convince people that he is something that he simply is not. He has never been. I started this. I'm the one that started this. They need to have some respect. You can at least do 100. You can at least do 100. Okay, that's William McRae. Okay, could we understand that? The man is homeless. If you have any affection for him, we see St. James is in here. Y'all got affection for him. Go and give him money. Specifically, though, listen, you need to set up a situation where we'll pay for you an apartment. Or I guess, an apartment probably cost you $5,000 to move in. So let's just say we'll pay for your extended stay, but we want to pay it directly to the hotel. Okay? That's where a lot of cities do the welfare people. They say, listen, because the people are on drugs or whatever, anybody can go and get general assistance. They say, no, we will not give you any more money, but we will pay for your hotel. So the welfare system for that town will pay them the extended stay, so the person has a place to live. Or they have organizations like Catholic Charities does it, I believe, whatever, and they pay the money to Catholic Charities, and Catholic Charities pays for the hotel. See, there are things that are available to some of these egomaniacs, right? There's no reason that boy should be up at 2 o'clock in the morning sleeping in his car. He's sleeping in his car. He turned on the radio, KR101. He's holding it close. I'm not making fun of people going through. I have been through myself, honey. I've been through horrendous situations and come through it. But at some point, he's got to get his priorities together. If you are so broke that you have to be badgering these people for money, why are you appearing with new clothes? Well, we know everything's in your closet. Ran through that. You get a few dollars, and we see the next day you appear in Louis Vuitton from head to toe. I'm just asking, William McRae, and you might want to invest a little bit of those coins in a mirror, a good one, with lights all around it, no shading, because that thing you had on your head looked like a dead cat last night, honey. How can a man put that shit on his head, honey, and think it looks good? You got on fake eyelashes, William McRae, and then you always got that big face all up in the camera. Baby, come on, man. You got to get serious, William McRae. You got to get serious and get your ass an apartment somewhere to live. So you need a steady source of income. Coming on YouTube, insulting people and blocking them, that's not sustainable. Eventually you will run them all away, child. Right? It's already bad enough that you are laughing stock. Most of your commentary is just batting back insults. People say, why do you look like that? What's that on your head? You got to bat them back and whatever. And that's your whole content is just insults. Correct? You shouldn't even be live. No comments, honey. And try to build yourself a serious audience. Since I believe that William McRae, he at this point feels like his career is social media. He's not going to get no job. Right? That's out. It's been so many years that he wouldn't even know what to apply for. Looks like Mama's Family. Mm-hmm. Meets Clayface. Who the hell, girl? Now I'm on my weight loss journey as well. Look at them little arms. You see that jiggle on the bottom? I'm on mine. So far, I'm down 42 pounds, but not everybody who loses a lot of weight very quickly, at least initially, looks better. Right? He got that goddamn face. He used to have a fat face, and he lost the weight through surgeries. In the face, and his face shrunk, and them lips are still the same size, and them jowls are still hanging down. So he's just so ugly. Now, I'm not saying that it's permanent. I think Star Jones had that look initially. A lot of the people who have lost a lot of weight initially, they look bad, honey. And he's stuck in that place where he just looks bad. But he needs to get his emphasis off of his appearance. If anybody should be behind a black screen, it should be you, William McRae. Get you a little AI cartoon character to come out there and do your character. You can still wear the big hats and do all the stuff, but as far as your actual face, that ain't it. It ain't working. Why'd y'all get me off track calling people Clayface? Lord have mercy. But who would employ William McRae looking like that? Nobody. First of all, he would come into the business demanding shit, being sarcastic and nasty, right? He's not ready for public. Talking about Morehouse. I went to Morehouse. I went to Morehouse. Reminds me of somebody. I went to Morehouse. We say, well, girl, can you bring your diploma in so we can look at it? We want to go over it in a fine tooth and check those signatures on it, girl. Because you don't have the appearance of a person who has spent any time at all anytime at all being educated. I mean, because the things you say are so stupid. He's still saying this stuff about the darker you are, the more evil you are, and all this old shit. Mama always said, he always telling you what his grandmama said. Well, we don't got no respect for your grandmama. And all that tells us she was ignorant. It's not unusual. A lot of people was ignorant. They was blind, but now they see. He looks like a Muppet Madam and waiting. he competing with Rebel Son. Rebel Son will always be my madam. So Madam did have some other characters. Remember, they had the black girl. Maybe he can do yeah, that's an idea. Do it as a puppet or something, William McRae. Get out the camera, honey. Particularly if all you're going to say in the camera is how pretty you are. You got the pretty boy cream. How is the pretty boy cream? I don't know, but God before everything. He doesn't speak very much about the pretty boy cream, which is it's basically a bottle. He put some lotion in and wrapped a label on it with his face on it. He suffered from the same shit Donald Trump does, hey. They think somebody gonna buy beauty cream based on what you look like. Are you serious? God damn, even a kindergartner know if I'm selling beauty products, I need to put a beautiful model on it. I haven't heard much talk about the beauty cream, but he might have all the beauty cream, all of the bottles in the back of that car. I want to see the back of that car, honey. You can tell when somebody homeless because everything's in the back of the car. The TV's in the back of the car. It'll just be all clothes in the back of the car. pop up in the back as hanging clothes. You know, he shouldn't be home. Even if he was, as he is, found himself in that position, he shouldn't be still recording from his car 2 weeks later. It don't take that much to get money together for an extended stay hotel. Now they have in the Tenderloin, they have lots of weekly hotels. I don't think they call them extended stays, but there are hotels here. They're run by Patel family, Indian people, but those you pay by the week. There's no deposit required, right? He paid enough for that outfit he had on yesterday to pay for a weekly hotel, and then it's just his job to make sure he pays his bill. The whole time I was on dope, I stayed in extended stay hotels, honey. One to the other. There's always that crunch at the end of the week. But people do it. They say I'm sleeping in the car. Well, are you going to address the issue, girl? Did we run him away? We done ran St. James away. I'm sorry. William McCray gonna say, I saw you over there with that witch. And that witch page. Mm. Yep, Robert. He had them waiting for he had them waiting for more than that. Because when he called him, he was already an hour late, 4 hours late. I don't know what it's going to take for these white people. And I feel for all people to understand that this man does not have respect for you. It all starts with respect. He doesn't respect Black people. He does not respect Latin people. He does not respect, obviously, Puerto Rican people. He does not respect women. If you're willing to grab them by their private parts or walk up to total strangers, and because you're Donald Trump, you just stick your tongue in their mouths, that means he does not respect you. He doesn't care that your rights to control your own body are taken away. He does not care because he does not respect you, right? That's why he was hanging around with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein saw young women as just nothing but sexual objects. And Donald Trump was right there with him. Correct? Doesn't respect anybody other than himself. And they're going to, Republican women go and vote for that fool. Honey, I don't give a damn what your family feels or what your daddy, your husband feels, whatever. Go into the booth and you will vote for a person who's going to restore your rights. You will vote for the first woman president in history. It's your time. It's your time. You shouldn't give a damn. Listen, folks are on their own. We all just catching and serving. Well, you know how he is, St. James. I'm not clowning your friendship or anything, but I don't think he'll come over to my page for any reason. He don't like me. Because early on, years ago, when I first made a video, I don't think I'm really that hard on him. But if he's going to be suddenly on YouTube every day, he's going to have the same character where he's so insulting and so rude and nasty, and he's going to have this same clownish facade, then people are going to talk about him or mention him. Actually, it works in his favor because a lot of people don't even know who that is. It's been so long. He comes and goes, honey. They have forgotten all about William McCray. And the only thing they remember, isn't that the guy? I'm at his house. I'm at his house. Stalking Andrew Caldwell. So if you don't want people to talk shit about you, honey, don't be a shitty person, right? And he does need to get out of that car. I don't give a damn how he spends it. He is living in that car, and we don't even know that the car is his. Because wasn't there a controversy a few weeks ago, that people were saying that he was renting these cars, these vehicles, and then sometimes not paying for the vehicle? And then somebody had to take major losses because of William McCray. He go and do these events, these conferences where he drives, he says they pay him. He says they pay them well. I don't know how well you would pay a cab driver, but whatever it is, he pays them, right? And then he doesn't pay for the car. I'm just saying that was the controversy. So we're glad we didn't run you off St. James. And yes, you can't be responsible for other people. I'm an independent contractor over here. They used to try to tie me to people. Oh, Tracy said this. She said that, whatever. I said, girl, what they got to do with me, honey? Every day, but one name on my rent check. Mm-hmm. Document Andrew's transition. They said, well, Timothy, you ain't working. You gonna go back to work? You no, honey, but I'm 65 years old, honey. As I keep saying, I've done my time. Now, people might say, oh, why can't he talk about other people in the struggle? Believe me, I have done my struggling, honey. You have to be responsible. You have to take responsibility for yourself, girl. If I'm at an age at this point where I don't have to do that more, like you and your mother and your grandmother and people who have reached these ages, honey, yeah, we live on Social Security. What's wrong with that? Jay Wilson wanted to convince y'all there's something wrong with that. Oh, he got me assisted. Oh, he got me assisted. Nigga, like you ain't gonna be government assisted. Oh, it's government. I don't know that you would call it government assisted Social Security, girl. I can remember the day that I went down to the Social Security office. I was 15 years old to get my Social Security card. And since that glorious day, honey, they've been taken out when whatever kind of check I got. As a matter of fact, even the check I get on here, they take out their portion for Social Security. I certainly pay taxes on here. But I'm just saying, honey, it ain't like it's a gift from the government. That's just something that stupid ass boy says. Mm-hmm. And when William McRae is the appropriate age, he'll be able to bow out then and just do what he wants to do. That's what I do. I do what I want to do, honey. I've earned that right as an American citizen. Even though Donald Trump wants to eliminate Social Security, I don't know what he thinks these people are going to do. Anyway. Uh-oh. You can't be saying those names over here. I'm not biting, Jesse. Hell no, child. Everybody got their own battles, baby. Mm-hmm. What else is going on? William stole all the cats from Springfield and made him a hair hat. Girl, she looks so ridiculous. It had girls in it, and it's a different color. He was blonde a week ago. William McRae came out here sporting a full-length blonde Farrah Fawcett wig. Correct. Now he got this one is half pulled up. Show. Let me see that picture. Hold on a minute. This is too irresistible, honey. Y'all don't believe me sometimes. Baby, there's a story about Doubting Thomas in the Bible. Hold on a minute. Where I want to go. Let me see. Y'all check stuff out for yourself. You ain't got to go watch it all, but you can at least go see and see your uncle's not lying on nobody. Look at it. Lord have mercy. Come on, baby.
That he gave me the anointing and the power from the foundation
Look at that wig.
of the world to remind you of the trash that you are, to remind you that you ain't nothing and that you miserable and low down and I can't even think of another word or adjective to describe it. Now, do you want some more?
All in the name of the Lord.
Bless him. Kind ain't in the Bible.
Yes, it's in the Bible.
Something. Okay, so what I was saying, I had never heard of pink cocaine. Like
you didn't never put nothing on your booty. They say you put. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all see that wig? Lord have mercy. I said before, it feels like he's going more and more back to drag. He started off in drag with the Kojic, and now it looks like he's going back. He's getting more and more effeminate. Now he's putting on, he used to at least try to make it look like his hair so he could lie and say it was hair and put a hat over it and all that kind of stuff. He's not even bothering with the hat no more. These are just women's wigs. He's throwing. I saw a whole bin of them yesterday. Where was that? Oh, I was at this thrift shop, and they have all the Halloween stuff out. San Francisco real big on Halloween for whatever reason. They had whole bins of these wigs. I said, girl, maybe I can give me a couple of wigs. The wigs was $1 and $2. I think they call them fright wigs, girl. Dude looks like a lady. You got to treat him like a lady so affectionately. You ought to treat him like a lady, and you can see. You know what I mean? I know you love him like a woman. So you got, I like that song. Okay. Fright wigs, honey, fright wigs. You girls on a budget need to go down there to them secondhand stores, the Goodwills, and get you a handful of fright wigs. You can get them. I don't think most of them are between $1 and $5. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to comb them or nothing, baby. Just throw them on your head. So I don't know if y'all agree or not, but he puts way too much emphasis on something that he shouldn't put emphasis on. Nothing you're going to put on William McCray is going to make you beautiful. You need to get off that subject, girl. If you want to wear these designer labels and all that kind of stuff, I would say tone it down, because you shouldn't be out here paying $200 for a shirt and you're here begging because you're homeless, right? I'm just saying. I'm just telling you the truth, honey. Right? And we know you didn't start gaining weight again. You outgrown a lot of them suits. So are you asking for money to get off the street, or are you asking for money to get you a suit that fits? Them last ones that you showed us, while you were criticizing that black woman for just praising God in the natural body that she was given. Remember her just shaking her ass, and you got buttons about to pop off. Correct? How in the hell did I get on William McCray? It's Halloween, baby. William, in your case, it's Halloween. It's time to take off the costume, honey. Take it off. Just come in as a bald-headed black man who want to talk about the Bible. But you talking about the Bible while cussing this woman out. You call this woman thing everything but a child of God. You call this one. Hold on.
Now we had this one. What about me? Do you want some too? All right. Sean ain't got enough, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Sean wants some up.
Uh-oh.
Sean ain't got enough. Oh God.
Oh, she talks so. Oh God. Why is God gonna be mixed in everything?
You want some more? You ain't you don't know how to leave well enough alone. That's what Big Mama said. You don't know how to leave. You don't know how to leave well. Doo-doo don't stink unless you're stirring it.
What?
Oh, bless him.
No, doo-doo stinks, his name. Honey, period.
Come on here. I said bless him. I only got a few people on Instagram. Why don't y'all tell some more folks about me on Instagram?
And bring 100.
All right. So anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by this monster.
Still in my words.
I had not been around anybody that that does drugs like that.
Girl, you look like a goddamn. You look like a crack monster, Miss Day. Girl, you got to get you a bigger mirror in your car, honey. Right? Because you're trying to dress in that car, you throwing on all this different kind of shit, child. Y'all see how he talk, but yet he's speaking for God. It's in the Bible. That heifer. Is that Shirley Temple? Girl, I don't know what I think that's something that he picked up at the Goodwill. It don't look like it costs more than $5 or $6, child. And the way it's applied on his head, I mean, if you're gonna be a man wearing a wig, shouldn't you get a good wig? I think they call them man units and things, and they do the lace front and they trim it all up and all that. He just shaking his shit off, girl, put it on his head. They can't stand the beauty. That's what the problem is. They jealous. Yes, he is a monster. He has the appearance of a monster. When he was fat, did he used to put all that shit on? I don't know that he lost his mind when he lost that weight the first time, right? But not everybody looks good with the weight loss. I don't know, and I'm hoping my face don't. If my face starts sinking in and shit, child, we have to stop that with the Wegovy. So far, it ain't doing all that. Got to be honest enough. Ooh, I done went over 16 minutes. Thank y'all for coming in on today. We'll keep an eye on this Trump shit. I think is it 9 days or 8 days now? 9 days. I think the election is a week from Tuesday. So I think that's 8 days. We'll keep an eye on him. Later, people.